You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.
Yeah, hello.
It's New Music Week is right here on 106.7 The Beat. Shaheed's rocking with you at the SS Experience. No E at the beginning of the experience, how you always sauce to the show. As always, with these New Music Weekend segments, we like to go ahead and debut some real dope music, give indie artists a chance. I know half of y'all are tired of hearing Drake and you're hearing 21 Savage. I know y'all tired of hearing that record over and over again. So I got some real dope music playing in the background right now. Corey B with the greatest, you know what I'm saying? Real dope record. We're gonna go ahead and play the whole record in a few minutes. Corey B, what's good with you, bro?
Yo, what's good with you? You already know it's your boy Corey B. If it's Corey B, then you know it's lit.
All right, no doubt. Corey B, where you from, bro?
Stop again. Say it again.
Where you from?
Originally from New York, Far Rockaway, Queens. Far Rock in the building, you already know. Moved to West Virginia after that and pretty much grew up my whole life out there.
Hold on, hold on. So you were...
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. I don't know what the hell just got going on because you just said something that was real. Hold on. So you just said something that was real crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you from New York and you was raised in West Virginia. Like, how old was you when that transition happened?
We moved from New York. I'm trying to think, how old was I? I was young, definitely like elementary school when I had moved from New York. And we ended up literally in the woods in the sticks of West Virginia shortly after that, which was definitely like a culture shock at first. A lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories. And then, yeah, after I stayed out in West Virginia pretty much my whole life. After I graduated high school, I moved back to New York for like 6-7 years. And then, yeah, after that, I just kind of jumped around Cali, back to Maryland, all around. And then now I'm out in the A.
Hey, bro, I'm just thinking about that because I drive from Columbus to Virginia, and I got to drive through West Virginia and always just be like, yo, who the hell lives out here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this state that I'm driving through? You know what I'm saying? Going up and down the mountains and all of that stuff. Like, it's absolutely crazy. So, like, before we get into the music, because, like, that's just super duper fascinating. You know what I'm saying? What was one of the first culture shocks that you experienced going from the city of New York to the woods and the sticks of West Virginia?
I would say, yeah, just people really not being friendly towards Black people. I was just like, oh, like, I just feel like as I was younger, it was something like you hear about, like, racism and like people treating you weird because of the color of your skin, but actually growing up and having to deal with it, that definitely was just like, well, you hate me because I'm brown? Like, like.
Well, I don't know if West Virginia is considered the South, but it's not. But you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the South, buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get down out there. You know what I'm saying? We're out here. But Corey B, let's go ahead and get into the music real quick. Something that I always like to ask music artists is because what we like to do is we like to try to basically help you do whatever it is that you want to do on the level it is that you want to do it. So I want you to give me your top 3 artists that you would love to do a song with. What we're gonna do is we're gonna at them. So that way they're gonna be like, man, who the hell is this just at me in this? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Corey B wants to work with you.
Right,
Corey B, here's the music. Let's go ahead and try to make your dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? Genie in a bottle, 3 wishes, you know what I mean? Top 3 artists that you would love to work with. Hip hop, R&B, don't even.
All right, but I would say Chris Brown, Neo, and Doja Cat.
Okay, that's a nice little trio right there. Chris Brown and Neo, I definitely get. Doja Cat's kind of like the wild card in that. What is it that you like about Doja Cat that you think blends with your music?
Yeah, I mean, I fuck with her music so heavy because I feel like she just honestly tackles any type of style that she wants. She creates her own vibe with her music. So I just feel like with her, yeah, like you said, as a wild card, that's gonna be a track that could literally go from all the way over here to all the way over there. It's kind of like limitless with that one. So yeah.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
All right, so we got 4AB on New Music Weekends here on 106.7 The Beat. Let's go ahead and get into your music though, real quick. Obviously, being a New Yorker that's in West Virginia, was that the reason that you got into music? Because you needed something obviously to do outside of, you know what I'm saying, being in the sticks, you know what I mean, shooting. Well, I don't know what's in West Virginia, but you get what I'm saying, though. Know what I mean? So is that the reason that you got into music because you pretty much had nothing else to do out there?
Nah, honestly, I mean, I was always into music from the time I was young. Literally, I started singing at the age of 3. First song I ever sang was "Unbreak My Heart" by Tony Braxton. People was like, "Oh, dang, that boy can sing." Okay. And I was about 3 years old, and so I mean, I've always had music in me. My grandma always had me singing. You know, I grew up around the church, so always in the church choir, things like that. So yeah, music's definitely always been like a huge part of my life. And moving to West Virginia, I mean, I definitely just wanted to push it more because it was a new style of music out there. Because, you know, of course, they have country and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was different for me. I've always loved all different types of music. I've never been stuck to just one genre. So I just felt like it was a new element for me to try and learn and conquer myself at the end of the day.
So
yeah, it was a nice challenge.
So being that you was raised in the choir and all of that, singing in the choir, did anybody, you know, give you any type of smoke, you know what I mean, for, you know, singing, I guess as they say, non-secular music? Was that transition something that was kind of difficult for you? Or did they kind of was like, all right, we gotta let him get it how he lives?
Nah, not really. Yeah, I think it was more like we gotta let him get it how he lives. I know it was a lot of people kind of shocked because I went from singing like the normal school songs and church songs and like patriotic stuff at the events, you know, like national anthem and stuff, seeing me sing that for games and stuff, to really doing my own music, which was more of like, yeah, like a sexualized music. And so, I mean, yeah, I think it was a shock factor, but it just made people look at me differently. Like the people who actually knew me, instead of looking at me like, oh, you know, that's Corey, like he goofy, he always singing. They started looking at me like, oh, nah, like that's Corey B. Like he a whole artist. Like, yeah.
Okay,
so,
nice.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, I just took it up to the next level.
And as you can hear in the background right now, we got Corey B's The Greatest playing. We're gonna play the whole track in a second, so just enjoy the vibes. You know what I'm saying? While we pretty much talk over here on New Music Weekends, right here on 106.7 The Beat and the iHeartRadio app. So, what type of motivation or inspiration that you have with your music? I know earlier that you were saying that you sing. Your first song was singing Tony Braxton's "Unbreak My Heart." I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You said at 3 years old you were singing that, because Tony Braxton has pipes that's like, not everybody can do that. So, like, what other inspirations musically do you have?
I mean, I do all genres for real. So I mean, I've been inspired. I grew up very old school, so you know, Al Green, Otis Redding, you know, all the greats for real. So I mean, I've always clung more to music with soul and music that, you know, makes you feel. That's one of the things I've always prided myself on as an artist. I like to sing you 3 songs, completely different type style songs, and watch the emotions in the crowd change. I like to make you go from happy to sad to turned up, because I feel like if I could truly captivate you with my music and take control of your emotions and feelings and bring you from this place to this place, then that's how I know like the song was really good. I miss that old school feeling of music when it actually did make you feel something, you know. So I always prided myself on that. And yeah, I mean, I do all genres. I'm doing rap, I'm doing R&B, I do country, I even got Christmas music out. So it's like, yeah, I like being versatile with it. I don't like being stuck in one lane.
Okay. So your holiday music or your Christmas music, are you remaking? Are you doing renditions of older songs, like, you know, your Silent Nights and all of that, or you put in pen to paper? You creating new vibes?
Yeah, fully creating it. Actually, a Christmas song that me and my best friend did. Shout out Diamond V. It's called Mistletoe. We did that song. We actually wrote this song like 7 years ago, and every year on Christmas, everybody be flooding our inbox like, you know, we got your song on repeat. And the song actually ended up getting picked up for The Shy season 5, episode 3. So they had picked that up for one. Yeah, so I was real excited about that. And so yeah, I mean, it's fully written out Christmas music. It's not, we ain't sampling or taking nothing from nothing else. It's just, we sat there together and had a nice Christmas beat. Our producer at the time, shout out Frank Khan, our producer at the time had a nice Christmas jingle beat, and yeah, me and her just sat there and knocked that joint out, and it
Okay,
became what it was.
so I'm assuming you write your own music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything I said, I wrote it.
Okay, no, because I mean, I come from the rap world where writing a rap for someone else is kind of frowned upon. We don't really ghostwriting is frowned upon in rap, but I understand it's more acceptable in R&B because if you're singing something, that's still a talent, even if you didn't write. That's still a talent. So that's why I just wanted, see if you put in pen to paper yourself and writing, because the vocal.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Even as an R&B artist, I really pride myself on being a writer. And like I said, I ain't knocking nobody who don't write, but for me, I mean, I feel like it is different. Even though you may have like the talent and you can sing, I just feel like when you writing and them words are formed off of like your emotion and how you feel, it's a different type of backing behind it. Like it's a different type of power. It's a different type of emotion that you can hear in the singing. Like if you know the song's supposed to be sad, yeah, you can make it sound sad, or you can make it sound happy if it's supposed to. But when you really had that emotion and you drew that out of yourself down on paper, or however you wrote it down, and you form that, I just feel like it's a whole different set of emotion that goes into that. So yeah, like I said, I ain't knocking nobody, but shout out to my writers. That's definitely where I get all my props.
So I wanted to ask you this real quick, because one of the 3 artists that you mentioned that you would love to do a record with is a very, very great songwriter. A lot of people doesn't know how great of a songwriter he is. You said you wanted to work with him.
Neo.
Right, exactly. If Neo put pen to paper together and was like, here, you know what I'm saying? Are you singing that song? I know you're creative, but I just want to put you on the spot real quick. That's what
because I'm like, that's hard, because for me, I'd have to really sit there in that moment and be like, dang, do I swallow my pride, or like, because it's like, dang, am I cutting my own blessing if I don't sing it? I mean, I would just love the opportunity to work with him. I would say hopefully me and him could sit down creatively. And
how about co-write? I ain't gonna say he'll give you the whole thing.
Yeah, I would say co-write. I just like we can co-write something. We can co-write.
So so let me ask you this: would you write for somebody else? If somebody was like, you know what, Corey B, I like your style, I like what you do. Can you write me something? You know what I'm saying? Would you be willing to, put pen and paper and have writer credits? You know what I'm saying? Because again, hey, we don't know who's listening. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might be like, hey, I rock with Corey B. You know what I'm saying? Maybe write something for me real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. I would definitely write for another artist. My issue is I be trying to write for other artists. I be like, let me go write something and see what they think about this. But then I write it and it be fire, and then I be wanting to do it myself.
Bro, that's you're just like Babyface on Someone to Love.
Yeah,
wrote that joint for John B and was like, you know what?
Yeah,
verse. Let me go ahead and get on that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and get on this fire joint real quick.
Yeah, because sometimes I just be like, dang, like, I want everybody's song to be good. But sometimes, you write something, you just be like, dang, I don't know, this wasn't meant for them. This was meant for me. I'll write them something else. Like
that's what made ghostwriting hard, and that's what makes writing hard itself. You know what I'm saying? That's just because like, man, I need to take this. You know what I'm saying? It's all
really, because you never know how the inspiration going to hit you, or what you're going. It's a surprise to you as you're going too. So yeah, sometimes you get a little over surprised. Like
No, that's fact. We got Corey B on New Music Week is on 106.7 to be in the iHeartRadio app, just highlighting his musical talents and whatever. Definitely want to give him his flowers. The Greatest is playing in the background right now, real smooth record. We're gonna go ahead and play that joint in a hot second. So you said that you traveled around to different places as well in your life. You know what I'm saying? I know Cali, obviously you went back to New York and all of that stuff. What's the place where you perform? I'm not gonna say that you feel the naturalist, but where's the place where you perform where you just felt like you got more, I don't want to say love or energy, but just like that one place where it's like, yo, this place where I rocked at was great.
That's hard for real. I'm gonna say yeah, probably here in the A.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different type of club setting. I feel like in the A, there's a lot of artists out here, but I feel like it's more supportive. Like when I was in New York niggas, they gonna grill you. Like when you on stage, it's
Even on
real
some R&B
cutthroat.
tip, even on some R&B
Yeah,
tip.
it's real cutthroat, and it's like even if you from New York, it's not even like you being from New York. Other New York people be like, yeah, let's go. You from New York? They go 10 times harder at you because you from New York. So I just feel like yeah, the crowd out there is a lot harder, and even as me meeting like other artists, I hear a lot of other artists they be scared honestly to go to New York and perform because they all know how New York niggas gonna react to them when they get on stage. Because
Right.
yeah, they know it's just they tough critics. Atlanta, I feel like is more free with it. Like they there for the music. You know, they'll pretty much vibe or jig to anybody, even if my opinion, if the artist ain't all that or whatever. You know, it seemed like the crowd will still kind of move and rock with it. So yeah, and I mean at the time, like I said, I'm an R&B artist most definitely, but I definitely been getting more into my freestyle bag lately and just like my all around rapping and stuff. So my last few tracks I've been more like rapping and freestyling. So it gives more of that energy. So we've been a little more hyped than my normal like intimate setting. So yeah,
Okay.
it's just also different vibes.
Because the one thing I was going to say about New York as well, and the one thing that I do want to give you credit for real quick is I know that you said that you spent a lot of your child life in West Virginia. I give you hella credit for still keeping your New York accent. Definitely give you hella props for that. You know what I'm saying? Because because like I say, like you was in West Virginia, you could have definitely turned into a country sounding dude. But when you say like New York and words like that, I'd be like, okay, yeah, he still kept it in some sort of way.
It's still in there. I definitely got both. It's still in there. Certain things I say, you'll hear the little country twang, and then certain things, especially like when I say New York, most people be like, all right, yeah, you from there, like.
Yeah, because you have to, because it's a strong way that you say the York. You know what I'm saying? Is how you get that out there, or whatever. Versus how like other people do the joint. But no, Atlanta's definitely a good place. You know what I'm saying? Definitely good opportunities and all of that. So give me a story or a time where and again, it might not have never happened to you. The first time I ever asked this question, the person was like, never happened to me before. But I'm like, okay, well that's even better. Give me just a time where and not like an anxiety, but a time where like you performed and you kind of felt like, oh crap, you know what I mean, or whatever, or not necessarily like a negative reaction, but just one of those things where it wasn't as comfortable or easy for you that you had to like push through and fight through.
Let's see. So I'm gonna say I usually only get like that when I'm not sure like what my set should be for the event because I am so versatile. It's like I never know if I want to go like straight rap or if I want to do like R&B or like what genre I want to do when I get there. So it's like a lot of times I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do R&B tonight. And then I get there and it really be like some hood gutter like freestyle battle like it just made me feel like niggas don't want to hear no singing shit tonight like so then it's like I kind of be like dang like just trying to figure out how I'm gonna pull this off or what I'm gonna do, like should I switch the song. But I've also learned from that because there's been times where I like actually switch and I'd be like, all right DJ, never mind, like we about to do these rap tracks or whatever, and of course they still vibe with it. But I be feeling like ultimately I should have just stuck with my gut and picked whatever I had set for that night. So I mean, I've been to events where we just be in there, smoked out, just straight up, just hip hop all night, just vibing straight hard rap. And I get up there and I still do the R&B and end up, still in the show for the night. So yeah, I just learned to kind of push past that and stay true to myself. But those probably my most like nervous moments when I just feel like, damn, I didn't pick the wrong selection for the night. Like I should have picked something else.
No, that's actually pretty dope because I've been a part of a lot of indie competitions and open mics and things like that where the R&B guy steals the whole entire show. I've seen that millions of times before where, it's a whole bunch of rap is good rap, but then,
especially if you can actually sing.
Yeah. The R&B guy comes through, starts singing, and shuts everything down. The females is on it, the energy changes, and you kind of don't want it to go back to the rap. Like, oh damn, let's keep these smooth vibes going. But no, I definitely can hear that. We got the greatest playing in the background, Corey B on New Music Weekends on 106.7 The B and the iHeartRadio app. We're gonna get him to plug his social medias in a second. you said that you have an old soul, so I always like to do top 5. So I want to get your top 5 R&B artists of all time.
Mm. All right, so
And it doesn't, and again, I'll relieve the pressure by not asking you for an order. You know what I'm saying? So I'll alleviate that
I'm
pressure.
just saying, I'm just saying.
Just shoot off the hip.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna say like Luther Vandross, Al Green, Chris Brown, Neo. You said 4, right? Or 5?
No, 5. Give me one more.
Mm. John Legend. I'll give it to John Legend.
Okay, all right, not bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Springfield, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? John Legend out there doing his thing. You know what I mean? I like it. So another question I want to ask you before we start plugging your music. You were talking about how R&B, you know, you like the old school R&B. You kind of miss when R&B had that type of feel of music. Elaborate that a little bit, because I always feel like R&B today really isn't the same as it was yesterday, because people, especially in my generation, 90s R&B is kind of like the timeless R&B. Like you can play 90s R&B, maybe a little bit of early 2000s R&B, and it's acceptable today. So what's something that you feel, other than what you said earlier, but if you can elaborate that's a little bit different between R&B today than it was, not necessarily back in the Al Green days, but at least, like I said, the 90s with the R. Kellys, the Baby Faces, the Tony Braxtons, and all of that.
I would say it's just the all around feel, like how you say, like the music back then in the 90s into like the earliest 2000s. It really is kind of like a time capsule. Like every time you play a record from then, I feel like even people who weren't born in that generation, it's almost like they get that nostalgic feeling of how it was back in the day, like just sitting chilling on the stoop and stuff. You know, you had to go run and find people in order to chill with them. It wasn't no calling nobody. Like, you know, when beepers first came out and everything, and you know, people just had their Walkmans. Like it was a more connected time. I feel like right now we're in such a separated space, like all in general, trying to figure things out with the world. Like everything is causing so much more separation. So the music, I feel, is just so much more separated. It doesn't have that sense of togetherness, that sense of everybody can kind of join in on it. It's like, you know, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I can't put I just feel like people don't have emotion. They're trying to take emotion out of everything. So when it comes to doing the music, is lacking that pure, genuine emotion. And maybe it's just not enough writers. Maybe everybody just thinks of something that they ain't wrote, so they can't feel nothing. But
it's probably more of the microwaveness of it. It's probably more of the microwaveness of it. You know, you got streaming and all of that. You don't buy CDs. You don't really get a chance to feel and hold on to the music and all of that. So
it's like today's music is all about
No, I'm saying, have you heard the AI where Frank Sinatra was singing Lil Jon from the windows to the walls?
Oh nah, that's disrespectful.
Hey, like Google it. That's some of the most funniest stuff that you ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Frank Sinatra singing "To the Sweat Drop Down My."
With the Frank Sinatra, that's wow.
But I mean, it's jokes. We're cracking jokes, but we're serious real quick. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel about what do you feel about like AI stepping into the music game, as far as like taking your favorite artist's voice and then singing something else? Because that if the wrong person hears it, it could kind of sort of replace the music. You know what I'm saying? The music artist and all that other stuff. So
that's what I'm saying. I just feel like we're doing too much. Like...
No, that's facts, bro.
We're doing too much. Like, what do you like? What is our ending goal with all of this? Like, this is what I'm trying to get at. What is our ending goal? If we keep throwing everything to technology and shit, the next 20 years, we all just gonna literally sit in our houses and life is just gonna run life by itself. And we just gonna sit there with like goggles on our head, just watching life go by. Like, what's the purpose? If you have an AI, everything's already computerized. You can already find somebody who can't sing and can't write, get them a writer and computerize them and make them sound good. We have artists already out there that's like that. So if you come up with an AI system, what do you need anybody for? What do you need anything for? There's not gonna be. You don't need no rappers. You don't need no singers, no rock stars, no country artists, no nothing. You'll have one source, one computer that you can literally animate, make it sound like anything, any pitch, male, female, any tone, any resonant, any accent, any language, dialect. Yeah, everybody gonna be out of job. Ain't nobody gonna be like, there's gonna be
that's
no
real. I was about to get messy. I was about to get messy real quick and be like, do you want to call out somebody who's like that? You know what I'm saying? Just to get a little messy real quick.
Because they know who they are. They know who they are. We know who they are.
All right.
And that's fine. And I ain't got no room to talk.
No, I feel you.
I ain't got no room to talk. I don't pay their bills. They don't pay mine. But we know who you is.
All right, no doubt, because we wasn't gonna say, well, shoot, I was gonna say some names, but we're gonna be nice.
No, you about to say a name.
No, I know some of the same people you're talking about. I just wanted you to call them out because you're the singer. I'm not. I'm just a gas bag. They don't care if I say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you do?
That's true. I ain't trying to get canceled before I start.
No, I don't want you to get canceled either. That's why we're doing this. We don't want you canceled first. You know what I'm saying? You get your platinum
Corey B love everybody.
Really. All love. So look, I want to ask you a culture thing real quick before we get into your music and before we go real quick. Did you hear about the submarine and all them dudes and all them people in the submarine? I think right now it's probably presumed to be like crazy. Well, let's just say that they're not there anymore because science says that without oxygen you're not gonna live, and they ran out of oxygen like yesterday or whatever. Is there any sort of crazy exploration that you like? Would you go out in space? Would you go in a submarine that's controlled by a PlayStation controller? Like, what's the craziest life thing that you would do? Just
hell no.
You just said
the craziest thing you gonna catch me doing is getting on a roller coaster. That's about it. And I don't even like getting on those. I don't like heights. I don't like going fast. I don't like being up high in the air. I don't want to be too low on the ground. I don't want none of that.
No smoke.
The crazy is I'm a nature person, and it's the countryness in me. I guess you'll probably catch me like hiking through the damn tropical forest or something with the toucans and the lions and jaguars and stuff. I'll do something like that. Or go camping, drop me off on an island or something for a week or two. But I'm not going in a submarine. You ain't shooting me up in the sky.
No, I definitely feel you on that because these rich people and these billionaires, man, they just got money to think that they invincible. Like, I don't know.
They be bored. I don't know why they be so bored. I don't know.
I just don't know what's so fascinating about the Titanic. It's like, okay, we got all of this technology and stuff, and y'all want to keep going down there to the Titanic. Why don't y'all just bring that thing up?
Why now? What's down there? The ending of global warming? Like, why now? I don't understand.
See, now some people was trying to say it was real sciencey like that you can gauge, global warming and all of this other stuff. But like I said, I'm not a science guy. I wasn't trying to take it there. I just wanted to crack jokes about rich billionaires, going down underwater in like a soda can that was controlled by a PlayStation.
Literally.
Because that's all it pretty much was. And that junk was like absolutely crazy. So look, Corey B, let's just go ahead and get into it real quick. We're gonna go ahead and run this back real quick. You know what I'm saying? Corey B with the greatest. Go ahead and plug your social medias. Let everybody know where they can stream the song because we definitely want to make sure that the views, like if there's a music video for it, if it's plug all of that.
All of that, got you. All of that coming soon. Y'all can follow me on all social media at Corey B Music, COREYB Music. Definitely check out The Greatest. I dropped another freestyle as well as an R&B track not too long ago. Check those out on all platforms at Corey B, The Greatest, Spotify, iTunes, all of that. It's out everywhere. Definitely need to go bump that. You can check out my last R&B single, Legs Up. That's definitely a fire one too. That's out on all platforms. It's just Corey B, Legs Up, or Corey B, The Greatest freestyle. You'll find both of those. Definitely fire tracks, so tune in.
All right, no doubt. Know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and run it real quick for you guys, so you can go ahead and get the vibes and get to listen to. It's Corey B, The Greatest, right here on 106.7 The Beat and the iHeartRadio. Corey B, man, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. For real. Sheesh. I'ma be one of the greatest who ever done it. Cause how they gon' stand in my way when they all ducking? Their music ain't quite up to par. It's so redundant if it ain't Corey B on the mic, then change the subject. I'ma be one of the greatest who ever done it. Cause how they gon' stand in my way when they all ducking? Their music ain't quite up to par. It's so redundant if it ain't Corey B on the mic, then ha 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 ha. Had to get New York on you niggas. For these projects, far rock on you niggas. We don't play that shit around outside on you niggas. Catch your ass slipping outside with my niggas. It get live on you niggas. This is my episode. Cause every time I do it, they tune in. Hold my phone. Cause this shit about to get lit. I'm in my zone. So go ahead, press record. I'm going off. I'm really showing off. After this, I better hate a nigga. Go ask for a feature. And say how much he fuck with my music like I believe him. Y'all niggas pussy. Even your bitches call you a cheater. Sing your bitch right out of drug, but don't worry, I'll let you keep her. I ain't about to sing. Ain't got no time for the pretty shit. Hit a nigga body, leave him shaking like the Exorcist. Takes him off his top. He lost his mind for acting reckless. Never trust a nigga or a bitch. Cause it's crazy how they pray they get to see me in the casket. Took over the game, I'm switching lanes while they just backtrack. Murder every beat, I get the check and then I cash that. Always get the bag, these niggas mad, they want they back. Gucci on my feet, Louis V all on the backpack. I just won a couple mil to throw all on my baby while that ass clap. Damn, they hate to see a nigga winning, that's a sad fact. But they already know that I'ma be one of the greatest who ever done it. Cause how they gon' stand in my way when they all tucking. Their music ain't quite up the bar, it's so redundant. If it ain't Corey B on the mic to change the subject, I'ma be one of the greatest who ever done it. Cause how they gon' stand in my way when they all ducking. Their music ain't quite up the par, it's so redundant. If it ain't Corey B on the mic, then yeah. Corey B, you already know what the fuck it is. Let's go.
Listening to the SS Experience on SMG.